Have you ever stopped and wondered what really defines a fulfilling life? I mean, is it about the size of the crowd that follows you? Or is it about the strength of the impact you actually leave behind? Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful idea that helps answer that question, one that kind of separates that fleeting fame from a legacy that truly lasts. And it all kicks off with this one simple but super revealing question. A question a leader asked his inner circle. And the answers? Well, they changed everything. This is it. Who do people say that I am? The story goes that this was a question Jesus asked his disciples. Now, this wasn't about ego. He was just trying to get a read on the situation. What was the public perception? What were the rumors, the buzz? What was the word on the street from all those crowds following him around? And the answers that came back, wow. They revealed this profound truth, this huge gap between a casual crowd and a committed core. It really boils down to the difference between just being attracted to someone and being truly loyal. So the disciples start reporting what they've heard, and the answers are all over the map. Vague comparisons to old prophets, secondhand opinions they'd picked up. It was pretty clear that the crowd was interested, sure, even fascinated, but they didn't really get him. They were just spectators. But then, one guy, Peter, just cuts right through all that noise. His answer wasn't something he just overheard at the market. Nope, it was direct, it was clear, and it was insightful. And here's the crucial part. Peter's understanding came from studying him closely. He wasn't just there for the show. He was invested in the whole mission. And this just perfectly illustrates a core principle we can all learn from. Crowds, they're drawn to your light. They show up for the big wins, the inspiring speeches, the moments of success. They're attracted to the energy, the charisma, all the good stuff they can see. But loyalty, that's a different story. That gets proven when the lights go out. I mean, the story notes that when Jesus was arrested and the crowds vanished, Peter was the last of the disciples to leave his side. See, loyalty isn't about who's there to celebrate with you. It's about who stays with you when things get dark. So how do we take this ancient story and apply it to our lives today? Well, it's all about shifting our focus from popularity to purpose. It's about understanding what a real legacy actually means. The main point, the thing to really let sink in is this. Don't let the crowd fool you. The numbers, the likes, the applause, that's not the true measure of your impact. It's not. Which brings us to this definition of a true legacy. It's not built by the masses who are just drawn to your shiny moments of success. It's built with that small group, the few people who genuinely understand your dream, your vision, your why. Let's just break this down a little. On one hand, you've got popularity. That's measured by the crowd, right? How many people show up? But legacy, that's measured by impact, the actual change you create. Popularity is built on attraction, which can be pretty fleeting. Legacy, on the other hand, is built on real understanding. And maybe the most important difference? Popularity fades when the lights go down. But a legacy, built with that committed core, that endures, even in the dark. Okay, so this brings us to the really practical part. If a real legacy is built with just a few key people, how in the world do we find them? Who are the legacy builders in our own lives, in our companies, or on our teams? Seriously, just think about your own circle for a second. Who are the people who aren't just there for the good times? Who are the ones you can truly, truly count on to help you build something that actually matters? So, there are 3 defining qualities to look for. First, they run with your light. They aren't just supporters. They're champions. They're out there amplifying your success. Second, they stand with you in the dark. These are the ones who show up after a project fails or during a tough time, when everyone else has gone silent. And maybe the most important thing of all, they still believe in your vision, even on the days you might be doubting it yourself. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? When the applause fades, the real ones remain. The applause is temporary. The crowd moves on. The real test is what happens after all the noise stops. Who's still standing there with you in the quiet? So here's the bottom line. Your time, your energy, your resources, they're all limited. Stop trying to please the whole crowd. Instead, find those few people, the Peters in your life, who are truly on board with your vision and invest everything you've got in them. And that is the ultimate takeaway. Chase impact, not just attention. Go for understanding, not just attraction. Build something that's going to outlast the spotlight. Build legacy, not popularity. So what does that look like for you?